Alex Hormozi just launched a new book, but unlike other authors who sell their books for a couple bucks, $10 to $30, he potentially just made over $200 million in just 3 days. And so today we're going to talk about that. And the crazy part is he followed the frameworks that he left for us in his 3 books, which are $100 million offers, $100 million leads, and his newest one, $100 million money models. So in this video, I'm going to pretty much show you how he did that and how you can apply that to anything in your own life, even if you don't have a business, just starting small. So Hormozi has written 3 books, which have kind of become the entrepreneur starter pack, if you will. And his first one was his most successful one until this latest, $100 million offers. And that one pretty much talks about how to make an offer where people feel stupid saying no. And then his second book, $100 million leads, is more of a long book. It's a good one. It goes more in a deep dive. And that one talks about how you can turn strangers into customers. And then his latest book, which is now his best-selling book and the best-selling business book of all time, is $100 million money offers. And that one is all about how to make money faster. So in $100 million offers, his whole thing is about the value equation. And basically what you have, it's kind of like a math equation. So what you have is your dream outcome multiplied by your likelihood of success, divided by basically the time to how long it's going to take. And that is multiplied by the amount of effort it's going to take. So his whole thing is just increasing what's on top and decreasing what's on bottom. That way you get the most value out of it. So now if you look at the live event, you can kind of see how his offer was structured. So instead of selling just a $30 book, which, he does offer, his big thing was basically you buy a $6,000 product, you get to keep one book and you give $199 away. So that way, instead of I just bought something, you can say, oh, I just gave something to pretty much around 200 people. And then on top of that, if you bought the $6,000 product, you not only get those 199 books to give away plus your own, you get 12 playbooks, which pretty much says this is all the information that he's gathered from consulting with multiple businesses of all different levels that he's giving to you for free if you buy the $6,000 item. You will also get acquisition AI, which he was pretty much saying is like having Hormozi's brain in your pocket. So that way you can ask him, whatever you want at any time about your business. And that AI is supposed to combine all the knowledge from the books together. That way you can come up with what most likely he would say in that scenario. And then lastly, you will get a live workshop. And basically with that workshop, it'll show you how to use the playbooks for your specific roadmap. So instantly he stacks value just to make it seem like, oh man, why wouldn't I do this? And then if you look at the page of where he was selling it, he actually makes it even better. He basically says this is free because you can do a tax write-off, or you can sell the 199 books for the book's total price, which is $30 each, and pretty much make all of that money back and then keep all of those bonuses, which is crazy when you think about it. Then lastly, he did add scarcity in his offer. Originally, he said it was only good until the end of the live event, and then 1 day of live event turned into 2, and then 2 days turned into 3. So basically, he did extend it, but overall it was that deadline that people were fearing, which made them buy more. And as of today, you can't buy it anymore. It actually is gone. So it did work and it was real. Okay, so now we're gonna go to Hormozi's second book, which was $100 million leads. And basically this book is saying that a lead is pretty much just getting attention, and that's how you get the most customers the quickest. And so Hormozi also demonstrated this in his live event. For example, he advertised the live event through his email list. Millions of people got on it just from there. Secondly, he did pay for ads. He mentioned in the live event that he spent a little over $4 million on ads. However, it was free because guess what? He ended up making over $6 million from selling his book pre-launch from those ads, and he got more viewers into it. He also ended up basically creating his own marketing team. So if you think about it, every person that bought that $6,000 product also got 199 redemption codes, which, at the end of the day, they have to figure out who to give those to. And so basically they're out there advertising, using it as their own lead magnet, potentially for YouTube or something else they're using to get more customers. And so they're spreading his word for for him. So he like instantly gets people to market for him without having to pay them. Actually, they're paying him. Okay, and then lastly for the leads book, pretty much in this live stream, you can also see that he made it fun. So he made basically like an affiliate offer program, and whoever gets the most X, Y, or Z can get so ever many bonuses. I believe one of them is like going out there to meet him and talk to him. So that's something that will push people to advertise even more for him to get like more people to the live event and more customers for the future. So now we're going to talk about his new book, Money Models. And basically this is a new one that this was all advertised for, and it's all about how to get money faster. And so he also demonstrated everything from this book in the live stream. For example, he got money fast up front with the $6,000 product that people from the live stream came and bought. He also, as I mentioned before, already made $1 million plus from his ads from people buying the pre-orders of the book. Next, you can see that he actually has an upsell. So I don't think anybody really knew about this going in, but his whole thing is about filtering out people. So he wants to get as many people as he can, and then he's going to set up barriers to filter out the people that won't be the best for his product. So he gets all the people to his live event. A lot of people may have just watched, a lot of people may have just bought the book. And then he's going to get probably business owners, people making a good amount of money to spend that $6,000 to get all that extra stuff and to donate the books. And basically those people are probably more likely to buy his upsell, which is $3,000 a month for 6 months. So $18,000 on top of the six. And so he's making like a ton of money from these people. And I know in one of his other live streams, he said he made like a 20% conversion rate. I'm not really sure, but let's just see hypothetically what he could have made from this live stream, which I believe was like 3 days, and that's it. He basically said that he was going to limit the $6,000 offer to only 25,000 people. So I know only, but that's a lot. Basically that comes out to right around, it's under, so probably like 145, but let's say like 150 million for math purposes, which is insane. And then the $6,000, but then the upsell, which is $18,000, let's say that only 10% of those people bought, that'll come out to around 45 million. So in total, you're looking at around $200 million that Hormozi made in just like a weekend, which is insane. And then you also have to think he's putting all of this free stuff on his school application that basically he made, and he's trying to get more users there. So what he did is he's putting the course there. He has this lost chapters book, which he's actually going to give out for free there, and some extra stuff that he's giving for free. And right now it's looking like there is a surge to the school website. So let's say maybe he made like another million or two, maybe tens, just from like increasing the company's awareness and how many users there are in general. So now after we look at all this, you can really see why the live event was such a big deal. Hormozi wasn't just like telling us things to do. He was showing us a live case study. His offer made irresistible. That's why 25,000 people were going to buy that offer. And then also you can see that with the leads, he turned random people in his live stream into basically like a marketing army for him. The people that bought the $6,000 product are marketing like crazy for him to try to get rid of those 199 extra books that they have. And then lastly, the money models, you can just see how he made money up front. From the paid ads, he made money on top of that. He already had money before the live stream, and then it just blew up during the live stream. You know, he won a Guinness World Record book. And all of this is insane because it's not just a theory now, it's actually proof. It adds more proof, it builds up his character more. And for really anything he has to do in the future, now he's going to relate that to this live stream and how it ultimately broke records. So if you're building your own thing, here's some 3 lessons that we can learn from this live event. And basically that is to make your offer better than free. So if you have something that's even better than free, it's going to feel stupid not to take it. So that's number 1. Number 2 is to turn random strangers into a distribution army for you. That way your marketing gets cheaper and cheaper. And then lastly is to generate money up front, basically to get money right away and to cash flow. So you might not be making 200 million, but even with these principles, you can still do some scaling with like a smaller business or anything like that. So if you found this deep dive helpful, please like and subscribe. And then I think I'm going to put a link to email newsletter down below, and I can give out like free summaries of the books. And yeah, so just like and subscribe and sign up for that. Thanks. See you soon.